Hello there. I am Kismar, and this is Pax Day. I'm in the middle of a Scum playthrough, but I did want to do a short video showing my house that I built in Pax Day. I have quite a few hours into this game. I played in the betas or whatever they were called, and then I have been playing early access on and off. And this is my house. I mostly want to record this, if nothing else, but for myself, so I can remember what it looks like. So if I want to rebuild this, I can. Very peaceful. Let's go in the front door here. These are the new market stalls. I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, as you can tell. I don't have... Got a couple kind of close neighbors. There are some people with builds scattered kind of along this loop here, but this is where I am. Remember what this map is called, but I'm over here. So yeah, the market stalls let you sell stuff, but it's basically to travelers that happen to walk by, and I don't think a whole lot of people walk by here that are going to care about buying this stuff, so I haven't really sold anything. But it's a part of the new economy that they're working on. This is my front porch. These little wood accents you can get creative with. I like it. I love the building in this game. And then over here is the tailoring area. Tailoring room. Okay. I've got the looms here. These are temporary storages on either side, so whatever I'm crafting, if it's like flax or something that I'm converting, then I'll usually store, this would be full of flax, these two, and then I, spin it and whatever, and then put the final product in here. And then this is what I'm kind of feeding from when I'm crafting to raise skills. That. Under the stairs we have this little design. Some storage here. I've been using this as kind of a drop box for storage that's upstairs if I'm too lazy to go up, and when I'm emptying inventory if I'm too lazy to go upstairs and take care of it. This is a similar kind of drop box where it's just random stuff. Like if I'm heading out, I can switch weapons or tools or whatever I want to take with me. Got some extra axes and these three things are used to make the little signs. I got sick of picking those things out of this different storages, so I just put those in together. This is eventually going to be kind of the brewing area. I haven't unlocked very much as far as the brewing goes, brewing and wine. I think there's a couple other things that I'll unlock that I'll put in here, and then I'll put like a kind of a bar area once I know how much room I need. But this is pending me getting skill ups and unlocking more like machines or work benches or whatever you want to call them. Let's save this outside area for last. Go upstairs. So this is my double stairway. Originally this was one big room, but I ended up putting a wall here because I kind of wanted like a bedroom type area. So this is all like active gear I might be using. So basically all a little bit of the most current stuff I've been able to craft. Like new stuff that I've been using to level up and whatever, or level up skills. So if any of my gear, like if I die and I lose gear or something, I can come here and grab some stuff and it'll be similar. Beds that don't do anything, I don't believe, no. My back porch. Got a nice view. Neighbors fairly new, they weren't there when I kind of stopped playing. Got these wood beams kind of spread for the hang lighting. And the same thing out here, I use them. Do lighting here. A little picnic table or whatever here. And then here is the alchemy room. This is just above the tailoring room. Actually get rid of... Oh, I don't have a hammer on me. These... I had to put these in front of all of my storages because they changed the distance that you can reach these at, and you couldn't get the third row. So I was jumping up on here to get up to the stuff, but they fixed that, so I don't need that anymore. I got rid of the ones that are all downstairs, but I apparently haven't been up here since then. So these are basically the raw materials for alchemy, and then these are either reagents or final crafted potions or whatever here. I do still need to fill this out with more storage bins. I don't know if I'll ever get to that before the next wipe. Depends on kind of what they release, or if I run out of other games to play for a while. They've kind of... I don't mind this game is a massive grind, and I don't mind it at all. But I don't remember what skill I was working on last. But some of them you get to a certain point and it's super grindy to get past a few points of that skill. I think that's what I hit, and I kind of got bored with it. I don't know. Moved on to Scum anyway, which is a completely different type of game, but also just as fun. So anyway, this is the alchemy room. And over here, I had originally intended to do, this would be, I mean, this is kind of the Jewelcrafting area, and then space just to put extra machines. I don't know what you call these. These are the type of things where you put materials in them, like you start jobs, a queue for crafting, and then you just walk away and let them run. These kind of things, machines, I don't know what you call them. This here is all prepared food. So it's all drinks and breads, and these are like the stews, like cooked meats. Not a whole lot in here at this point. I had built this towards the end just because I was running out of room in the kitchen area for storage, so I moved all the cooked stuff up here. So this is kind of like the banquet hall. At some point I planned on putting like those big tables in here and stuff, but I just hadn't got to that. Okay, so the kitchen area. So this is the kind of outdoor kitchen. This is all the storage for it. These are all mostly raw materials. So like the bread icons here are for dough or flour. All dough. And then cut meat. I think this one is... No. No. One of these has... I don't know where I put it. It's been a while. Oh, there. Yeah, so these are all the carcasses that you use in the charcuterie table for those cut meats that I had in there. And then like ale and wine bases are in here. And then we've got fruits here. Berries and whatever. And then up here are herbs and vegetables. And mushrooms. And I've got some extra like cooking plants in there. And then this is the kind of, I don't know, grain area. So I've got rye, barley, I think this is oat, and then wheat, I believe. Yeah. I haven't gotten to oat and wheat yet, so those have just been kind of slowly building up. And then the 3 cooking machines, or cooking crafting tables that I've unlocked here. I'm not super happy with the way that I have this, but it works. I wish there was more of like a chimney piece you could put up here or something to kind of close that hole a little bit. But I like this. Works great at night. The lighting here is nice and chill at night. Yeah, so we've got charcuterie here with all of the stuff. These are bins full of, or barrels full of water here. See that one they're out of. Oh wait. Basic cooking workbench, and then again the other side of the vegetables and fruits. So everything's kind of all in this little area here for cooking. And then the bees, got my bees. For these beehives, you can get honey or beeswax. These plants don't actually do anything, but they're one of the things you craft to raise skill of carpentry. So I just kind of put them around here for looks. And then in these bins are wax and honey. That's the little bee back. Oh yeah, I got a bunch down here too. Because when I'm crafting stuff that actually uses this, then that one row wasn't enough, so I put up some more down here. And then there's the water well. This thing is basically just a water crafter. And then I've got a bin here that I had filled up too, so I've got a lot of water ready. The big furnaces for smelting whatever. You can make higher quality glass and all of the ingots in these. And the leather tanning racks. And this is basically the crafting area. We've got fletching table, so bow and arrow stuff. These are completed, just arrows, and then any parts that are still left over. This just happens to be some stuff I was working on. I think I was making the bow, part of the bow with the stuff, and I just dumped it in here. Normally that's just flint and sinew. And then bones usually are in here. This is usually packed full of these, but I must have been using a bunch of those. This is all leatherworking table. If I've got anything in here. These are kind of my project bins. I have these on either side of each of the tables. Because when you're crafting stuff, you're generally dealing with a ton of inventory because you're crafting over and over and over and over again to raise your skill level. So these are kind of just dump bins so that you've got room to like make a bunch of stuff out there probably, and then bring it in and make more stuff here. But you need inventory space to make it. So yeah, that's kind of my solution for that. I'm gonna drink some coffee just a second. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So over here is the carpentry area. Same type of deal. You got the carpenter workbench. This is the founder's crafting table for people that bought into the early access. Wood chopping block where you make various wood pieces. You turn the raw wood into processed wood pieces. Here, just random storage of things. Got more pickaxes. Put those up for sale. That's the one thing I thought people might buy in my storefront out here, out by the entrance, is maybe pickaxes, because this area is actually where people will travel to get ores from around kind of this area around us. So I figured I'd sell some pickaxes, so if somebody runs out or something, they can come buy one. But I'm sure all the houses to the south of me that are closer to the ore are selling them too, so I doubt I'm ever going to sell any of the stuff I have. Yeah, so these are more kind of project bins, because over here, okay, let me back up, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So yeah, the carpentry area, I basically have normal wood pieces over here, and by normal I mean this stuff. This is sapwood, and then to the left of it are pieces made from sapwood. And then you have heartwood, which is the higher tier wood. And then to the right are things made from heartwood. Sneeze. Ooh. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, this is the blacksmithing area. So you've got the weaponsmith workbench, the blacksmith workbench, and the armorer workbench. I'll have tons of stuff you can make. And then kind of I've got ingots and these three, tools and this. I think right now it's all chopping axes. I put, I don't remember, I've got a bin that I made specifically for pickaxes, but I don't know. So these are crafted parts here, crafted weapon parts, and then I think glass, yeah. So this stuff for making glass thing. That's empty. I recently kind of changed that up before I quit playing, so I don't quite remember what all that was. But yeah, that's the crafting, all the crafting stations with their respective storages. Then we've got the small furnaces here and charcoal kilns, and I had placed a bunch out here to speed things up a bit. All pretty slow if you're doing a lot of gathering and then bringing back and then gathering and bringing back. Here I think this was overflow for like wood and coal. So if I got extra, if I was just getting normal wood to fill these charcoal kilns, then I'd put all the extra in here. This is all crafted stuff. I was kind of waiting, well, that's one of the things I was kind of waiting for, is to see if they're going to put a recycling system in. Because as you're leveling crafting, you're making all kinds of stuff that you don't need. You probably can't sell because everybody else is doing the same thing. So all these bins is stuff that if they put in a recycling system, I'm going to just break down and try to get whatever materials back I can. Pottery kiln, this is where you make bricks and shingles for the type of walls and roof I have now. This is all raw ore storage for coal. Down here, I believe, yeah, this is limestone and what little granite I have. Here I'm storing some bricks and clay shingles. We've got clay up here. These two bins are for clay. And then these are stone. And yeah, I've got some sand in here. And we've got the forge. Tool workbench. Kind of a temporary storage here. These are all more stuff that was crafted that I'm going to break down eventually. Yeah, I think that's about it. This is some of the original bins. I don't know if... Yeah, so this is like furniture stuff that I haven't placed yet, and workbench tool sets. Be able to place workbenches. Just kind of random stuff that I didn't have another place for at the time. But yeah, that's my base, or house, or whatever you want to call it here. That is the tour of my house. I really enjoy this game. It's really peaceful. It's fun to explore, and there's stuff everywhere to gather. I kind of wish the inventory was a little bigger because of that, because there's so many different items you can collect, especially if you're like killing some NPCs. They all drop all kinds of random stuff, and you pretty much have to, when you head out, you have to kind of like have something specific in mind that you're going to gather, because you need so much of whatever it is you're going to use that you're pretty much going to fill up your inventory with that one thing to be able to craft enough for it to matter, assuming you're doing skill ups. But yeah, so that's Pax Day for me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I may be making more of these in the future if they end up, I don't know, wiping the server. I'll probably at some point pick another plot space and build again, because that's basically what I did this time. I picked a plot, built, worked on my crafting skills a little bit, which I guess I could show that real quick. This is my current gear. Go over it. You can see the description in the upper right there. See what I've got on here. You can pause if you want to look closer. I have these shoes on for that breath of joy. That's a spell that makes you run faster for a few seconds. I don't think this does anything, this earring. And that's the Founder's Cape. Founder's Emblem. Again, I don't think any of this stuff over here actually does anything other than looks. And then craft, nope. What, oh, no. Yeah, journal. Okay. So this is where all of my crafting skills are. In combat. I don't know if there's much point to kind of going through that stuff. Ingredients, this is all the stuff I've discovered. This is a good example of how quickly your inventory can fill up with stuff. I've made my own clan just because. Load the map. Pretty much all. Alright. So again, hope you enjoyed it, and I may do some more Pax Day in the future, but it depends on how things go with the game. It's again, I love the game, but I kind of ran out of interesting stuff to do, so I moved on. So yeah. Alright. See you later.